What's up, YouTube? We are back for Power. Now, this is the last 5 episodes of season 6, so this is episode number 11 of season 6, and it was titled Still Dre. And this was a Dre-centric episode. I didn't ask for this, but I'm going to go ahead and just get a review for it. So let's go ahead and just jump right into the video, you guys. Alright, so guys, the episode opens up, so Dre has his daughter. He's singing to her, the baby mama. She's also there as well. And, he's talking about how he got the baby back. She says, oh, now you got it back after all that you done went through. And so basically, in a nutshell, the baby mama, she wants to start a new life outside of New York. He's like, well, I'm not going back to London. She says, I'm not saying go back to London. She says, let's go to where my sister is. And her sister's out in Vegas. And he's like, he don't want to do that either. So then, he looks on the news. And on the news, it is the announcement, well, letting it be known that Ghost is going to be the running mate for Lorette. So then we see Drake, he goes and talks to Sax. And he's talking to Sax about, he's the one that, Sax had Dre plant that phone on Ghost. And, Dre just want to know, like, what the fuck is going on with this phone and all that stuff. And Sax is like, what, I got this taken care of. And, like, you need to go home and not worry about this. So, and then he tells him the fact that, Ghost is going to run for lieutenant governor with his, Lorette. He's like, because at first Sax was like, there's no way Tate would do it. He says, it's not Tate, it's that Walsh bitch. And then he, Sax looks it up. He says, you know what? We got this. Don't worry about it. So then we do see Dre. He's meeting up his primeras. And, they're talking about, it ain't no product there. And Dre's like, well, what I'm not dealing with them Serbian motherfuckers anymore. Well, the Serbian motherfuckers are there to deal with you, Dre, because they believe that you took out their boss, Jason. So then, they all got guns drawn on each other. And, yeah, they have guns pulled on each other. And then a shootout starts. So all of Dre's guys are getting hit, as well as the Serbian guys are getting hit as well. And this scene alone proves what a complete bitch Dre is. Because one of the dudes, he knew. So, the dude got shot in the arm. So Dre was trying to get him out of the warehouse. And as he's trying to get him out of the warehouse, a guy comes up with a machine gun. Or AK-47, whichever one, I can't remember which one it was. But he had a gun. And he just started blasting, and Dre saw him. And he got his dude on the side of him. And Dre just grabs the dude and just puts the dude right in front of him. I'm like, damn. What kind of bitch ass, like, he is a bitch. The fact that you use that dude as a shield, that was fucked up. So then we see him back at the crib with his girl, and his girl is just telling him, like, you got a bullet in the arm. Like, it could have been one step over and got you in your heart. And, she's like, I'm leaving with heaven. Either you come with us or not. It's up to you. He says, no, you're not taking my daughter. She's like, okay, then, well, why don't you come with us? So then, she continues to talk to him, and eventually she talked Dre down, and he's agreeing to go with her in heaven. Don't know if he's going to make it that far, but let's go. All right. So next, we see Blanca. So Blanca's at the police station, and she's questioning Two Bit, and she's questioning Spanky. Now, individually, she's questioning them, not together. So basically, what Blanca's want to do is she's trying to get information on Tommy Egan. And if you guys can give me information on Tommy Egan, I can let you go on. Because, now here's the thing with them two. I know they don't know who turned them in, but why would you guys think that Tommy was the one that set you up? I get it, you guys saw Tommy outside of the gate. But do you think Tommy would be that stupid to turn you guys in and then show up and he might potentially get spotted? No. Tommy's a lot of things. A lot of things, but I don't think he's that stupid. So then we do see Big Nose Dre, and there's this woman. She's coming out of church, and then he walks up behind her, and we find out that it's his mom. And then his mama, she's just basically she's just digging into Andre about the type of man that he's become. He's not the man that she would, she's proud of. He has so much going for himself in school. He could have had a scholarship. He could have had this. He could have had that. But instead, he chose a life of crime. So, she don't see it for him. So then Drake tells her basically that he's trying to change and how, I'm leaving with my girl and my baby, my daughter. And she's like, daughter? She's like, you really think I'm stupid enough to believe that one, that you have a daughter of which I've never met. Right, Dre, get out of here. Because he asked her for some money. She's like, yeah, if you think I'm that stupid to believe off of that, you need to wake up and try again. So then we do see Dre, he went to Tasha's daycare. And he was trying to blackmail some money out of Tasha, or else he would go to the cops and tell the cops what he knows about Tariq and his whole little his drug gang that he's got going. And she was like, first and foremost, I don't have no fucking money, so get the fuck out of here. And if you do turn Tariq in, explain to them how Tariq got the weight in the first fucking place. Oh yeah, that's right, he got it from you. And he was like, but I got the weight from your husband. So let's play tit for tat. Like, I just want somebody to shoot Dre right between the motherfucking eyes. That's all I need, is somebody to shoot him between his eyes. So then he tells her, Tariq has my drugs, and he out there selling it. So tell him I want my money. So then we do see Tariq. He meets up with Dre. He has some money, and Dre's like, that was about $50,000, brother. This is half of that. Where's the rest of my money? He says, you know, he hasn't, he hadn't got it all, but he will get it to him, and he'll bring him a bonus. But he needs a favor from Dre, and what the favor is he needs a gun. He needs a gun, one that cannot be traced as well. So Dre was like, no. He says, you know what? Scratch that. Yes, I'll give you the piece, but what you got to do is you got to give me access to your daddy. He's like, man, me and Ghost ain't even rocking like that right about now, so I can't really do that. He says, oh, if you want this piece, you're going to find a way to make that shit happen. So then this is where we stopped last season. Well, not last season. On episode 10 of this season, when we saw that conversation that Ghost had with Drake about, him needing the money, him being set up to make it look like he killed Jason, and how Jason's people came after him, and Ghost was like, that's not my problem. Oh, it's not your, oh, it's my problem, which now is your problem until, and then that's when, Ghost told him he'll get him the money, and he told him he had to leave because he had to go get the money. So, yeah. So let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys. So, back in the jail, we see Two-Bit and Spanky. So, they're trying to figure out, like, who is behind them getting got by the feds. And they're still toying with this idea that it's Tommy. And I'm just still to myself, like, thinking to myself, you guys are stupid to believe that Tommy set you guys up. You guys saw Tommy. Granted, why would he, again, why would he do all of this stuff? Why would he set you guys up, lose his product, for one? Like, it makes no sense. So, and I'm still also sitting here thinking about the fact that, wait, so we're still not going to mention the fact that BG is dead? Nobody knows that BG's dead, right? So, then they was like, okay, there was only like about 4 people who knew where the warehouse was. Spanky, Two-Bit, BG, and Tommy. And Two-Bit is like, nah, it was another motherfucker that knew about it. And Spanky was like, who? The nigga in the trunk with the ankle monitor on his leg, his ankle. He was like, that motherfucker Dre. You got it right. It was Dre's big nose ass. Now, speaking of Big Nose Dre, we see Big Nose Dre. He's over at Tate's office. And at Tate's office, he's trying to get some IDs for him and his girl so that they can go on the run. And he's like, you know what, Tate? I got you. If you do this for me, I got some information for you on the St. Patrick's. And he tells him what the information is on the St. Patrick's. The fact that the feds are looking into Tariq for the murder of Ray Ray. So I'm like, you're dealing with a politician. So dealing with a politician, that's going to come with some strings attached to it. He's going to want something in return. So then we see him, he leaves out, he calls his girl on the phone, and, he's telling her what's going on. And then she, as he's talking to her, the police pull up to arrest him for the murder of Jason, because remember, go set that up. So then back at the jail, we see Two-Bit and Spanky, they're getting transferred to a cell. And then a guard comes in and he drops off a phone. And Spanky asks Two-Bit, like, who dropped that phone? He's like, nigga, I don't fucking know. Like, what the fuck? So then he grabs the phone starts ringing. It's Ghost on the other line. And Ghost tells him, so I have a little problem that's about to come there to you guys. What I want you guys to do is stop that problem from going anywhere else. Stop it dead in its tracks, literally. And he tells them, in return for this, I'll take care of your families. Like, while you guys are in jail, your families are good to go. So then we see Big Nose Dre. He's there, and 2-Bit and Spanky spot him. But before they could get to him, Dre gets called away because he's going to meet Blanca, and this is where Blanca had him lying about seeing or even knowing anything about Ghost killing Terry Silver. She is so fucking annoying. I'm like, you just turned into Sax. Like, you literally turned into fucking Sax. But let's move on. Alright, so back where 2-Bit and Spanky are. Spanky believes that 2-Bit, not 2-Bit, but that Dre is gonna come back. And 2-Bit looks like, oh yeah, he coming back, right, huh? They escort him right out the door. So then, we see as 2-Bit and Spanky go back to 2-Bit's cell. He gets the cell phone. He makes a call to Tommy. He's telling Tommy everything, that Dre's the one that set them up. He also is the one that killed BG. He's like, wait a minute, BG's dead? He's like, yeah. He's like, when the fuck were you gonna tell me? He's like, I really hadn't had the opportunity, bruh. Like, I'm in jail. And then Tommy's like, wait a minute, but you locked up. How you calling me? Man, don't worry about that. This is a burner phone that somebody gave to me on the inside. Tommy was asking a lot of fucking questions. I'm just like, bruh, I get it that you feel like somebody set you up a poncho, but brother, if somebody's trying to tell you that somebody ratted you out, I would listen to them. I mean, I'm just saying I would kind of listen to him, but Tommy's not, he don't know who to trust. I'm like, if anybody, I mean, come on. We all know Dre's a rat. So why wouldn't you believe anybody when they tell you Dre ratted somebody out? Don't know. So then we do see Dre, he's talking to the feds, and he's telling, because I guess they're taking him to get ready to go to witness protection or wherever he's going to go. He's telling them like, yo, pull over, man, because I got to pee. And they're like, we got to do this for your protection, sir. He's like, man, just pull over under the bridge. It ain't going to take me that long. So they're like, okay, cool. They pull over under the bridge. Dre goes to pretend like he's taking a piss. Nigga takes off running. Then we see him, he goes to his mama's house. And then he goes in her closet, trying to look for some stuff. I think he got her jewelry box. And I'm like, oh, so you going to steal from your mama. God damn. How low can we go? How low can we go? Very low, I guess. So then his mom comes into in the closet. She had a gun pulled on him. I'm like, please, ma'am, do the fans of this show a huge favor and take your son out. That's all we ask you to do. But she didn't do that. He got the gun from her. I thought he was going to kill her for a minute, but he didn't kill her. He dropped the gun and he walked out. I'm like, oh. Okay, so then we see Dre. He goes over to Tate's office, and, Tate has his, has what he wants, the IDs, but he also has some money. He says, he pours all the money on the table. He says, half now, half later, because I got a job for you. And that job is, I want you to take out Ghost. And he was like, he seemed hesitant at first. But then Tate was like, okay, if you don't do this, everyone will know your new identity. Because who knows it? Me. So you're going to have a lot of people after your ass. So, he said, you know what? I'll do it. I mean, he said I would have done it for free, but cool. And Tate gives him all the money. So then we see him as he gets in the car with his girl. She wants him to go, but Dre's like, we got to make one more stop. So then he stops at Truth. He gets out, and as he goes inside, boom, the gunshot goes out, and that's the shot that hit Ghost. So he runs out, and then Blanca's there, and he just goes and pops Blanca right in the eye. And then we see him, so he's at a stoplight, and then he looks to his left, and when he looked at his left, there was Tommy. Bus comes by, no more Tommy. He's freaking the fuck out at this point. So then he goes to a gas station, and he gets some stuff. So, and he's looking, and in the gas station on the news, it's the reporter talking about the fact that, James was murdered at his club. So then we see, Dre, he's buying his stuff. He's getting ready to walk out, and as he's getting ready to walk out, he gets hemmed up by the cops, and he's getting arrested again. So then we see him at the jail, his mama and his girl there to visit him, and his mama's so smart, she's like, you know what? Your little daughter over there, I'm gonna take real good care of her. I'm like, oh, damn. So then he asked her for some help. I'm like, your mama's not gonna help you, right? But I mean, hey, you gotta ask, right? So then he, he's back in jail. So they take him, to the general population area. And, we see 2-Bit and Spanky. They're like, look at here. Look who's back. So, Dre notices them. And Dre It's like, oh shit. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do? So what does he do? He starts to fight. So that way he can go to the, the box, the shoe, whatever you want to call it. So while he's in there, somebody opens up the thing and just starts throwing towels in there. Throwing towels, 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 towels. And I'm like, I'm like, and I thought about it. I'm like, somebody's probably gonna try to set him on, either trying to, set him on fire. Number one, or those are probably like, chemicals that like you can't ingest them, you can't inhale them, or else it'll kill you. And I was correct. They set him on fire. It was Super and Spanky, and they just sprayed him with whatever it was. I know it's some kind of alcohol or gasoline. Don't know. But they sprayed him and set Dre's bitch ass on fire. I was like, ooh, that's a horrible way to die. I wanted him to die with a bullet to his head, but it is what it is. He's dead now. So then we see, so 2-Bit, he went back to his cell. And then, well, he was in his cell. He walked out of his cell to go see Spanky's cell. Spanky wasn't there. He asked where Spanky was. One of the guards said, oh, he done got out of, he already getting processed out. So then 2-Bit goes to his phone. He calls Tommy, tells Tommy that 2-Bit was the one that was setting him up with the poncho thing. We see Spanky, and Spanky is with Blanca with that shiner on her eye. And, she's talking about signing paperwork, I guess, for the witness protection. And he's asking, will Tommy or anybody find out about it? She says no. So then, he signs the paperwork, and we see her walk out, and who's there? Paz. And that is actually where the episode ended. Really weird. But you guys, that was this episode of Power. So be sure to like this video, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification button so you guys know when I drop anything, share this video, and also, you guys, if you want to follow me on social media, my Twitter is JB_the_CO. Snapchat is Mr. GB _ it is to you. Twitter is the same as my YouTube, Jbsayzwhat. And into the next video, which is Real Housewives of Atlanta and Marriage to Medicine, I will catch you guys later.